I have played many parts in my life, and it was great. I could go on stage, I could play this part, and I would go off the stage, and then it was good. Now, at 50, I am being tasked I am being tasked to play myself. And let me just say, that is the scariest part I have ever played in my life. So, I met Glenn during my time at Mental Health America as a storyteller. I have spent 10 years behind the camera telling stories of being inspired by the courageousness of people like me that have lived their life with mental illness, depression, anxiety, bipolar, PTSD, hypervigilance, you name it. I probably have it. But what has inspired me so much about being behind the camera and telling these stories is that courage is contagious. Courage is contagious, and I listen to Barbara and Tanya and to all these guys that have put their heart and soul into these books, their memoirs. And I thought to myself, my story doesn't matter. My story doesn't matter. My trauma doesn't matter. It doesn't stand up to the trauma that people face daily. But I want to tell you that your story matters, no matter how insignificant you think that it is. It matters. And so, because Glenn is the way that he is, and thank the good Lord for that, I was in a writing boot camp with him. Just one. And he tasked us, like he does, with putting it out there. And I had bits and pieces throughout my life since I was 15, just writing and here and there, short stories that I thought didn't matter. And because of his guidance and his encouragement and the courage of those that have gone before, I decided to put something together myself. And it's called Speaking of Radial Tires. Yes, it is very random. And it's a collection of pictures and prose. And the prose are what is in my head, the madness in my head, and I wrote it down. And the photos are me traveling the world. And I don't know, I just respond and I find myself in these places, some tragic, some beautiful, and I take photos of them. And somehow they wound up in a book together. And this is a journey through depression and anxiety. This is a journey about following your feet. Because when you get out of your head and into your feet, you see some amazing things. But trust me, it's not that easy to get out of your feet. So as a Reiki master, I learned the Usui Reiki principles just for today. And I put together this easy ebook downloadable journey, like just for today, do something that scares you. And this right now is terrifying. So for me, that's my just for today. do something that inspires you, that ignites you. Your story matters. Talk about it. Talk to your people. Talk to your kids. Talk to your brothers and sisters. Tell them. And more than likely, they are suffering or feeling the same way and will be so grateful that you opened that door and you put a light on their shadow, and it no longer has control over them. That's what words do. That's what art does. Thank you, guys.